Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Tuesday. I'm Spike. We are without Drew. Saddle up on the bar. We've got a little tribute to do.
It's Tuesday night.
All right, it's time to go to school, son.
These two guys are like me, except I knocked out a guy in one punch.
You will lose.
You're listening to 805 Live with Spike and Drew.
That's Rocky. That's The Rock. So here it is. By the time this is going to be released, it'll be Tuesday. So what I've got prepared here for you guys is producer Vinny, producer Lisa, and myself have combed through the multitude of episodes we've done of 805 Live with Spike and Drew. We've got some great clips, and so let's. I want to just jump right in and start sharing some of those. Okay. I think there's a little bit of a leader into this. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little nugget of what it is, and then I'm going to just listen to it and then put it into the mix, and then we can talk about it after. The note that I wrote is CB radio. They let them play around with the little walkie-talkie that's in the thing. Why the hell they use a walkie-talkie or not walkie-talkie?
Radio?
CBs. Smoking the Bandit. They have the CB thing. Do truckers still use CBs?
It's been so long since I've trucked, I really don't know. I would assume so.
It's 2016 still, right?
Yeah, but you can't have 17 people on a conference call on your cell.
But why do you need 17 truckers on it? And
you need to know where Smokey is. Come on back. Jesus Christ. How are you going to get a convoy together?
Oh, that's a great song.
And that great song was performed by
C.W. McCall.
That a man. It is not easy to stump my little buddy Spike.
I think it was that was a Make-A-Wish thing where Sacramento garbage men granted a wish to a little kid. But Johnny on the spot with the comedy on that one. This is a quick little it's a quick little one. That's what she said. But if you were a faithful listener to the show, or even a couple time listener, you definitely heard this one. This one is labeled "Always Size with You Bitches." I've got a big ass monitor.
Always size with you bitches. It's always size with you bitches.
See that in and of itself, that's a good little stinger there. So yeah, let's do another one. This is going to be a little bit longer, but this was a good one. I stumbled across this one by accident. I think I was taking a shower the other day, and I just threw one of the episodes on. At this point, I was kind of just pick an episode, and go. And our boy Drew had a strong feeling about almond milk.
Right.
But so there you go.
There you go. I also have a get off my lawn after I fell victim to the ad machine.
The ad machine?
Yes. Have you?
Oh, ads.
Ads, yes.
Like on Book the Face?
Well, on like the T the V.
Okay.
Well, surely you must have seen lately how the almond milk commercials make it look like it tastes like the nectar of the gods.
No.
Okay, well, there are such things as almond milk commercials, and they make it look like it's the best tasting thing ever. Now, couple things here. One, I drink, so I guarantee you it couldn't have been the best tasting thing ever. And two, those people are making great money to sell things that maybe don't live up to the hype. But I thought, hey, that looks really good. I like milk. Maybe I'll try almond milk. So for almost a week now, I get back from the grocery store. I'm like, shit, I was going to buy some almond milk, and I forgot. Today, on the way home, I thought. So anyhow, I'm at the local Mega Mart. Anyhow, right? So I'm at the local Mega Mart, and I think to myself, because that's what I call myself, pick up some almond milk. So I have in my cart, I have that Shooty Booze Satsuma thing. I have Hendrick's Gin, and I go to the health market because it's not by the regular milk, and I look for almond milk, and I'm just going to get one of those little pint containers, right? No, you got to make a commitment to almond milk.
They make the big one, the
half gallon.
Half gallon?
Half gallon. All right, I get home. I've got my little Reuben sandwich I bought also at the Mega Mart because I didn't feel like actually putting the bologna on the bread.
Oh, no.
And I pour myself a little glass of almond milk.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. You know what almond milk tastes like?
Well, not almonds.
Just exactly like almonds. Not smokehouse almonds. Not sea salt and vinegar almonds. Almond milk tastes exactly like a mouthful of liquid fucking almonds. And that's not good.
Well,
it's not even a little bit good. How is it in a smoothie?
I like it.
Okay, I'll give that a shot. Because frankly, all by its naked self, it's not what you're looking for.
So when you were watching the TV, the moving talking picture box,
yep,
were they selling it as, hey, toss this down your gullet?
Yep,
just plain.
You'll have the family in khakis and button-down short-sleeve shirts all grinning at you while you drink this almond milk, and put your cereal in there because it's good there too. I'm betting it's not. I'm just going to throw that out there. Cow tit squeezins for me, buddy. I am not an almond milk sort of guy.
Oh, man, that cracked me up. Oh, man, I could not get out of the shower fast enough to try to write down a note on that one. What else we got going? Oh, I asked the producers I asked them if they wanted to say a little something to add to this tribute. And so let's play producer Lisa.
So, hello. I don't know where to start. I'm Lisa. I'm also known as Lisa from Omaha and the 805 Live Cat Herder. And I am part of the production staff here at 805 Live. I've been helping Spike and Drew since about the second year of podcasting. It's odd for me to be actually on the air. I am totally the behind-the-scenes kind of employee. And I also tend to be a little more verbose in 104 characters or less. And you don't want to ask about the pay around here because the currency is pretty much bragging rights for winning the football pools. So the reason I'm here is that Spike asked me to say a little something about the 805 Live Show. And, of course, I want to say my 2 cents about missing Drew and the show. And, oh, my God, I missed all of it. What Spike and Drew may or may not know is that I found their show when I was recovering from my own crisis. And I had felt at that time that I had completely lost my funny. In 2014, I lost my dad, my incredibly funny and smart dad, who was one person on the planet that I could bounce just about any joke off of, and he would shoot me back a one-liner or whatever and make me crack up more than my own joke made me crack up. So he was gone, my funny was gone, and I'd become a Twitter junkie, and yet I still couldn't laugh. I was trying to find anything that would make me laugh instead of cry, and when you're on Twitter too much, you kind of feel like you've seen and heard everything. But then Spike shared a link to the 805 Live show, and my problem was solved. Because after months of not being able to muster anything more than a fake, amused, half smile, these guys really had me laughing out loud again. And I need to laugh like I need water or air, so I was hooked from day one. I mean, man, oh man, the rapport that these guys had is rock and roll and football and booze and smart, funny people. And it truly made me laugh. So what's not to like about that? This was a show of guys that are like brothers. That's my kind of tribe, y'all. When they did a little networking to take the show up to the next level, I offered to help. Because, after laughing along every week, I felt like I was one of the guys, right? With us spread out over thousands of miles working on the common goal via social media. It was crazy, but it was good crazy. Drew was the one who named me the cat herder, and I kind of think I'll always carry that one with me, because really all I did behind the scenes was spreadsheets and helping him stay organized. They were the fun and imaginative talent. But the name cat herder is fitting, and I like it, and you never know, someday I'll probably put it on a business card when I finally open my own place, right? Anyway, I wouldn't trade any of my time with Spike and Drew and Vinny and the show. It was so fun getting to know these guys better. It was fun being part of the production crew. And it will forever be a rockin' good project that I am really proud to say that I played a tiny part in. So today, my toast goes to Drew. Cheers.
Yeah. Producer Lisa was a big help to us kind of early on because we kind of wanted to have an unbiased third party to kind of keep us in line as far as stuff. Plus somebody we can kind of boss around that wasn't going to boss us back too hard. And she would keep show notes, and if we thought of stuff during the show, when she would listen to it, she would make notes, and it was a great help. It really did help us get the show try to be as smooth as it can, even though we went off the rails quite a few times. So let's go back to some more great. Every time I want to say great clips, I think of the silly barbershop places that are in California. So instead of saying great clips, I should say a special tribute, a special moment, a look back. I don't know, something like that. This one, maybe we should save that one for a minute. And let's go to, this one. Okay, I know where we're going. Drew had a great moment of brilliance, and we never ended up using this idea, but it was great. And if anybody wants to steal it, feel free to steal it. I've got this one labeled, "When Do You Do It?"
There, that turned you up a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. You're a little louder.
So you're very happy that Eastern European Twitter bots are following you, right?
I was being very facetious about that, and now that you've ruined the whole bit,
pulled back the curtain.
Here's to you.
Cheers, everybody. Rock out with your drink out.
And your Eastern European Twitter bots. That was a funny bit till you fucked it up. Okay, say words now, Spike.
Daddy's drinking. Shush.
Yes,
oh,
you
my
are.
God. I tell you, Moscow Mule.
Have you tried?
Holy mother.
Have you tried the Irish Mule yet?
Not the Irish. We're more of a... We do the regular Moscow Mule, or we do the Mexican Mule around at the Casa de Lucas.
We haven't hit up the Mexican Mule yet, but Ray takes her clothes off in front of in-laws when she does the tequilas. So I don't know that we'll ever try the Mexican Mule.
Kick your ass for saying
She truly will. She truly will.
God, I can't believe you said that.
Well,
man.
nobody's listening. It's all right. You people go find us at 805liveshow.com, www.805liveshow.com. All the things we do, you can find there. And you can get me in trouble as you will right there.
She's gonna. I'm aching to see the freaking message. Is she listening
I know you
live?
are. No, we generally watch it together afterwards.
And when do you do it usually?
Tomorrow night, generally. Yes, we generally do it in bed Wednesday night.
After watching us?
No. I just got a great promo in my head. That? When do you do it? When do you do it with Spike and Drew? We got to work that into a spot. Yes, we got to work that into a spot.
Write it down or something.
That's a great idea because our drunk asses will not remember shit.
When do you do it?
There you go.
So if you're listening on the podcast right now, I am exposing to you quickly the show prep sheet and my terrible Sharpie writing. When do you do it? So we may be eliciting some of y'all.
Or soliciting.
Illicit. That's
better.
That was such a great moment there. I really wish we would have had a chance to use that. So I've talked to everybody, not everybody. I've talked to a lot of people, and I've kind of told the tale of everything, but while I was sitting here listening to that last bit, I pulled up my phone and I went to the voicemail and I scrolled back, and thank God with the iPhone it holds quite a bit. And I'm looking down at it right now and I'm seeing that at 10:04 p.m. on October 29th, 2018. Rocky sent me a voicemail. Spike, it's Rock. You need to call me back. As I've told quite a few people this, and maybe not everybody, but I saw the phone ring that night. It was 10 o'clock. It was so late. I didn't know. I mean, sometimes, they would call and, want to just give me shit about whatever or the other. And so the first time the call came through, I put it over to voicemail. And then it rang again. And I answered it. Rock was crying pretty hard, and I said, "Are you okay? Are you okay? What's wrong?" And I said, "What's wrong?" And she said, "He's gone." And I swear, as everything is my witness, I thought she was talking about her husband at the time, because they were having a little bit of a rocky time and whatever. And I'm like, "What?" And she said, "He's gone." And the words just weren't even registering right. Like, what are you talking about? And then it hit me. And I just started saying, and I said, no. Don't say it. I said, don't say it. She said, "Spike, he's gone." And he's gone. And all the times that we talked about the future and whatever we were going to do, if we're going to open a bar or try to get this podcast to get picked up by somebody, we never, ever put into the equation that he would go first. It never, ever dawned on us whenever we talked about this stuff. I was the reckless one. He was the sensible one, usually. You know. We figured that, you know, go out like Thelma and Louise, or I'd probably kick it first. It never, ever dawned on me or us that this is what would happen. I don't think a day goes by. I mean, there's no but about it. I mean, a day does not even go by that I don't think of him. When good things happen, something funny happens or something in the news, I always just think, God, why aren't you here for us to talk about it right now? Drew was never, for the longest time, never really the performer. But when we got to talking about doing this podcast together, doing what we would do if we lived in the same place, sitting around drinking, telling stories, when we decided we were going to do that, he loved it and he fell for it, and he had a great voice for it. I was very envious, you know. He had a good voice, and he loved doing this show. He invested a lot of money and good equipment, and you know, you look back on times like that where, man, Tuesday 5 o'clock rolls around, and I just, you know, maybe don't feel like trying to get home fast so we can get the show going and stuff like that. But I tell you what, there were a lot of those times when I'd get here, pour a drink, and we'd start our video chat before the show. That guy's laughter and his energy was very infectious. So that night of the 29th spilled in over to the 30th. And I don't forget this either, of my flight back to South Dakota and Iowa was on Halloween. And just the weird irony and just weirdness of it being the Day of the Dead kind of thing. It just was funny. Just was really peculiar and funny to me. Let's I'm going to gather my thoughts. I'm going to refill my drink. If you have drinks, go ahead and refill them. And let's talk about Bahama Mamas.
That's funny.
I told a Tropicana juice bottle story this week.
Tropicana juice. I don't.
Well, here we go.
Am I looking at something?
No, but you and I used to run Lights and Sound in a tin building in T, South Dakota. It's good stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we were driving by that tin building in T, South Dakota when I said to my Love Mate and Life Mate.
Is that me?
No, because you weren't there. You would have been you, but you weren't there.
I'm playing.
But I said to her, that's the best Bahama Mama I ever had came out of that place. And she's like, what's a Bahama Mama? And I'm like, I really don't know. But it came in a Tropicana juice jar.
I swear to God, that's a mystery of how that thing happened, because I swear to God, I thought we came up with it.
No.
But you see it everywhere now, and I'm like, I could have sworn we sat around before the show one night in tea making that.
No, the bar turned us onto it, and we liked them a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I think they were all at $5.
Because it had, well, they served, like you said, they served it in a Tropicana thing, didn't they?
Yeah, and here's the funny thing. If you do a Google search for Tropicana juice jar, they are now vintage items on eBay. That's how long ago this business happened.
A Tropicana juice, what?
A juice jar. Tropicana juice jar. It is now a vintage search on eBay. Because they were glass, of course, and now nothing's glass.
I'm just seeing Tropicana juice. I don't see a jar. Well, those are really old. Those aren't from when we had them.
They might have been.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe. Oh, wait a minute.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
You get to the glass ones, all of a sudden it's like, oh, yeah. There you go.
With the hula girl on it.
Yep, that's the one.
$9.99 to place the bid, $19.99 to buy it now.
Hell, we could get a drink in that thing for $5 back in the day. Place a bid for $10. That's crazy.
Those are so good.
I think they're better now than they were then, but they were pretty good then, as I recall.
Well, we've got a refined palate now. We're not using well booze to do it. I think if we make one now, it would be friggin' fantastic.
And I got to tell you, if I had to make one now, I think I'd throw some Malibu in. I'd jack it full of ice. I would throw in some Malibu. I'd throw in some pineapple OJ. What else would I put in there?
OJ?
Huh?
Simple syrup, coconut flavored rum, 151. That's the thing that kicked our ass.
Yeah, that's the one that made us mumble at the end of the night.
Grenadine syrup and fruit flavored liqueur.
Oh,
yeah. I think you can get away with a flavored vodka in there as well.
Oh, yeah, because that would make our asses more kicked. So that's a great idea.
So you got the coconut flavored rum, the 151 rum, but I think if you snuck in a vodka in there too, I think you'd be just dandy.
It'd be like a tropical iced tea, what it'd be.
What is a Goomba smash?
That's the thing you did to that guy's head when I had his arms behind his back. That's what a Goomba smash is, you idiot.
And there's the stinger for next week.
That's, in case you missed it, that's the one.
The Goombay Smash was created by Miss Emily at the Blue Bee Bar in New Plymouth. The original recipe is a secret, but is believed to have contained coconut rum, dirty rum, apricot brandy, and pineapple juice. Imitators and variations commonly use rum, coconut, and pineapple juice.
So that's Bahama Mama.
That sounds like it, yeah, from the way back.
From the way back.
Absolutely not going to lie. I really wish I could have one of those right now. This quick segue into this next one. I've got it labeled Soundcheck, Bahama Mama, and Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. Oh no, this could be bad.
A little sound check, a little Bahama Mama, and a little, hey, I'm going to go to Sioux Falls, cover me.
A little freaking...
Oh, that didn't even click with you, did it?
A little Sioux Falls?
Yeah, cover me. I'm going to Sioux Falls in this sports car.
You need to stop using words at times.
Buddy, this was like 100 years ago. Nobody counts.
You're bringing up Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. I swear to God, when I first saw that movie come out, I'm like, did they do a movie about me?
There's things we can
That's a good story. That's a good story that we can never tell to many people.
Never speak of it. Oh, Mrs. Drew is looking at me and shaking her head because she's only hearing one side of this story.
I bet. Wait till she hears the whole thing.
But she got a little pouty lip out, so it's cute. I like it.
Yeah, Bahama Mama, man. That's I'm gonna have to make one.
Sins that were committed behind that jar of Tropicana happiness.
you just stop talking. Stop your words.
If I stop talking, you'll have a monologue and it won't be as entertaining.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember now. Yeah. Some of those stories are probably best left with those who aren't with us anymore. Next up, let's get a little message in from producer Vinny.
How's everybody doing? This is Junior Reverend Producer Vinny Pachuco for the 805 Live Podcast. I'm sitting down feeling good right now and just wanted to say a few words about our friend Drew. I don't have a history with Drew like Lisa or Spike. I met Drew through Amazon. I was selling a product that he was looking for, and I sent him a message after he bought it. I said, if you need help with it, just let me know. And he was like, yeah, man, no problem. You know, my buddy and I are doing a show, 805 Live. We exchanged links, information, and then we just got in direct touch, and it was just cool. Introduced me to Spike, introduced me to Lisa, both some of the coolest people on the planet. You know, I never knew what Drew did. I have no idea what he did. We never had that conversation. I think it was something in IT, but I never knew exactly what it was that he did. Maybe somebody can fill me in on that. Ain't that some shit? Like I said, I didn't have as much of a history with Drew as much as Spike and Lisa, you know. But man, he's one of the coolest dudes ever. One thing that I could say is that, man, he left me with a couple cool people. We're going to keep that thread going forever. And I like to think Drew's going through all that, like reading through everything. Take care, brother.
Producer Vinny, he and Drew met each other, like he said, you know, after buying a piece online, a piece of equipment online that Vinny was selling. And he's like, this guy's in your backyard practically. And so, yeah, Vinny's a man. Vinny helped us out a lot with the technical aspect, editing shows when neither Drew or I didn't want to do it. Love you, Vinny. I think this is a good one. This one is labeled, it's either porn stars or porn stories. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do is that was a staple of our lore. If you didn't hear about it, check this out.
Yeah.
So that, I guess that's one way, you know.
I can say from a beyond the youth perspective that really there is some appeal to dating hot crazy, but in the long run, my brothers,
no, I know,
leave hot crazy alone, because hot crazy will get you jail time. You just want to leave hot crazy alone. That's all there is to it.
And well, since we're in the vein of jail time and porn,
right.
Let's continue on with War Machine sentenced to life for brutal assault of ex inside the MMA's Stars Fall.
I want to know who is surprised that some MMA fighter did what he did. I'm just going to throw it out there. Not shocked. So,
porn star Christy Mack was seeing this guy, John Koppenhaver, who calls
War Machine.
War Machine.
Right.
August 2014 incident in which he delivered a violent beating on Christy Mack and her boyfriend, Corey Thomas.
It's like they ordered it from Amazon. No, he didn't deliver a violent beating. He came and whipped some ass.
Sexual assault, kidnapping, and coercion were among the 29 counts for which he was found guilty of in March of by Las Vegas jury.
Sexual assault, kidnapping, and coercion?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Vegas trip, dude.
Machine's defense attorneys attempted a last-minute motion for a new trial, but Clark County District Judge Elisa Kaddish denied the inquiries and was unwilling to show leniency to the 35-year-old who will be 71 when the chance for parole comes up.
Well, I think if SVU has shown us anything, it's that Clark County don't play around.
When I first heard of the story back in 2000, must have been 2014, 2015. You know me, I kind of Papa Bearish, and I kind of stand up for stuff like that. So Mr. Koppenhaver and I are associated on Twitter, and I enjoy.
Oh, that's right. You've had a little tay-to-tay. I
occasionally like to tell Mr.
Poke the Bear
Koppenhaver how wonderful it'll be for him to get ass raped in prison.
You have, I do remember that. And now, yes. And this has to, sad circumstances, I get. It's not how one wants to make one's fame bones. But there's going to be a little cachet in the fact that you've been trading quips with a guy going to jail for life.
Or how are you meaning this, sir?
Well, I win. You're doing time for life. There's got to be a little bit of that, don't you think?
Yeah. Yes.
What do you? I win. I'm sorry. I thought you were just a little happy about the fact that you told this dirtbag to go to hell, and now he's going to jail for life. I thought you were excited about it.
Okay, I wasn't sure where you're going with that, but I thought you were hearkening it back to a day when I was tending bar, and I.
No, I will never forgive you for that shit.
Talking smack about somebody once you had them in an armbar lock.
Once I throw them in the full Nelson and you decide to bounce their melon off the bar and make them real mad. And can I just mention?
I swear to God. Hold on before you go.
I had a good grip on that dude before you bounced his head off the bar. He got real squirrely after that.
You know, I mean, your kids know it. Many of our friends know it.
Oh, yes.
That was just so funny. I mean, we look back on it now. At the time, it was one of those things.
At the time, I didn't like you very much because
you like me.
I did some Pilates on the way out the door with that dude. I had to bang his head into the pool table like 5 times.
You had a couple people helping you after a while.
He was a little frisky. I'm just saying. That dude didn't like getting his melon bounced off the bar.
Moose was there, and who was that other guy? The Neanderthal dude.
Gib?
No, not Gib.
Oh, the little short dude he was a Fed that worked with my brother.
That's not who I'm thinking about. Oh, maybe it was.
Yeah. I know we moved the pool table a good 6 inches in our exit from the building.
Oh, but yeah.
And you know what the worst part of that whole experience was, since we're totally off the rails now and we'll talk about it?
I don't know how it could get worse. It was awesome experience.
Well, and my adrenaline was real. Yeah, awesome for you because you smacked the guy's head off the bar and then watched. That was your experience. My experience was sweaty. But once I got dude out of the bar and thrown across the street, I came back to my door and people started sending me shots. I had shots stacked up at my little table by the door, and I thought, well, this is nice. And I started doing my shots. And then it dawned on me I had 400 ounces of adrenaline in my stomach, which does not mix well with Cuervo.
And perhaps it should be my next tattoo, the infamous words that were said at that moment.
You were such a friggin' ass.
What are you going to do?
Famous to this day. Yeah, because I had him in a double arm bar, you ass.
I love that story.
Maybe we should tell the beginning of the story.
I don't know.
My associate Wade was bartending in the club and perhaps overserved this Neanderthal.
No.
Perhaps not. No. I'm just saying the option is possible.
He was overserved by the time he got to me.
That could be. At any rate, this Neanderthal had a patron sitting to his left and a patron sitting to his right.
One of them was female.
One of them was. The one on his right was female. And out of the blue, he just looks to his left and punches the side of the head of the dude sitting next to him for no reason.
Was it the dude or the girl?
The dude. He punched the dude. Okay. At which point, my friend and associate Spike waves to me and says, "Excuse me, but I would like some assistance here at my bar." So I wander up and say, "Yes, Mr. Spike, what could I do for you today?"
Oh, God.
And you said, "This gentleman needs to leave the premises." I said, "Oh, okay."
That was always, I mean, and you know this, we were close knit. Everybody got everybody's back.
Oh yeah.
If somebody said bartender or otherwise, he's got to go.
Oh, his ass out.
Words. There's no asking why.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody says he's got to go, there's only one place that mother trucker's going.
Family says you're out, you're out.
Right.
Whether you deserve it or not, you're out because family says you're out. That's how it works. So I wander up behind this gentleman. I say, "Excuse me, sir, but my associate, Mr. Spike, says you need to leave the premises. So time to go." And apparently this gentleman decided to do a Pilates workout about that time and started throwing his limbs about left and right in a akimbo fashion. And I had to grab him behind his thing and put him and that's when my buddy Spike.
I think he said something to that girl too, because I think that's the thing that set me off, because I didn't care that he punched the guy as much as I think he either punched or said something to the girl, or he spilled a drink on her or something.
It's possible, but along about the time I had both his arms behind his back and wrapped up tight, my buddy Spike assessed the situation. He looked at the situation and said, "This dude has no arms." And he made me mad.
Plus, I'm behind 3 feet of bar.
Right. So my brother Spike grabs a hold of Home Slice's hair and smacks his head off the bar. And the guy looked up at him as if he was shooting daggers. And my brother Spike said the immortal words that made me have to sweat all the way to the door. Spike looked at him and said, "What are you going to do?" At which point, said patron of the bar decided, "I'm going to show you what I'm going to do."
Absolutely nothing.
Well, there was a lot of trying involved and a lot of sweat on my part to keep him from getting loose. Because all of a sudden he was highly motivated to climb over that bar and whip your butt.
It was about then, though, that Moose and those other guys, and maybe Gip was there. I don't know.
Dude,
man.
All I know is I had to knock that dude's head into the pool table like 3 times to get out the door with him.
Needless to say, I don't think he came back.
No. I think he was done forever.
And that man is now the president of the United States. No.
Probably is. But he's only got his face painted orange up to here. He can't afford to get it painted orange all the way to his hairline.
Funny stuff. Gosh.
We've done this. That's what I was thinking. Gosh.
We've done this for a year and a half. I don't know if we've told that story fully, but that's funny as hell.
That's probably the most we've fleshed that one out. I mean, we've talked about some bar stories, but that one right there is probably when I hated you the most of any time I've hated you in my entire life.
I know the other time.
Yeah, but we can't talk about that one on the air.
Now, I don't know what you're talking about when you say that. I was thinking about when we were driving and the sign said 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, we could talk about that one all day long when your wheel fell off.
It'll be for another time.
Yes.
Let's not unload everything in one shot.
We don't want to dump an entire
okay, so
here's to you. Have a little more Fireball. That was a lovely story.
I'll do that. I'll have one to that.
And our catch to that will be, what are you going to do?
That is a great story. I love that one. Okay. I need to take a little break. For you, it's just going to be a quick second, but for me, it's going to be a little break.